is falling. The fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here. And it's going to be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Receiver in motion right. And here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for first down with Austin Genty. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing is McCarthy. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. It's back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Ready up! To the air with McCarthy. He's got his man in stride. It's picked up by the Ravens. And the return this time will go up to the 42-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured it. Opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. McCarthy will set to throw it. Firing quickly with an extra play. A nice job to break through and one tackle and slows momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made a good mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Go! Up the middle, it's Genty. We'll go down the line for getting this inside the 30. And good for 22 and a 1st down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control it. Disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's kind of clockwork right now for them.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the line. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Let's go! Was not going to get in. In fact, he loses it. Back to the 30. 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Driven down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up a shot.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately get a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, McCarthy. Taken down, set back at the 7. That's Kalijah Cancel in to get him down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Elliott is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. This is a tough place on to be able to take the sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 and the 36. Starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. Down the right side, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Young now. He finds his man, complete. Good shot out. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Field, black. 45, white, ready?
Now Young. Working in the middle of the field, he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally too as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we get over the field goal. Let's get back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't feel like it's the end of the world, do you? Nice of the way to pick up the 1st down.
Another 1st down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
They're running first down with Hubbard. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. The Ravens have 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around. They're trying to make the progress.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they get nothing out of that play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Not even a little bit. Hold on. Know yourself. Know your worth.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go, set. 10 black, set.
Young to throw it. To the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Offense ready to start this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches are going to short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. They're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw McCarthy. Now they'll take this and roll. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's the first time he's called his own number. He's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest game. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
First down, it's Johnson. They'll work this forward for about 3 and 7 down.
That's a quality play to start a new set of downs. That is something offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and getting the guy in the back. A nice landing.
2nd and 6.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Pushing his way through. It is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the screen. gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying the big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he is mapping his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now McCarthy.
Seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in, but that one is fortunate, just fell incomplete.
7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A sizable 16-yard jump there. The drive continues. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll get about 3 just outside the 10 stop to the 11.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that's how you everything you need to know about this drive. They were moving the ball awfully well.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
I think he had to hold that one where he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to go 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Scalaboo will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it is out. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Ravens. A lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
Others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And I say challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I looked at repeat that Chargers defense, they were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
It's just about blessing in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a 10-3 down the field on a touch pass. That is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13.
Expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Eagles!
Working out again is McCarthy. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't throw.
The way to stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Next drive.
Here we go.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Oh, he's got points out of the last drive.
Never met an offensive coach that didn't want to draw a defend with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, if you're away, they'll take it. Or you're going to be the alternative, which is a fine.
And that fan base is happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down
Ready, strike.
other than the extra point. That's it.
Set.
From the shotgun, it's Young. He finds his man, complete. That's Shotguns. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Set.
Now here's Young. Still complete. That's Shotguns. It's a couple of receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Okay, right.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hut.
To the air once more, Young. Yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready. Set.
This is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chuba Hubbard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will take the lead here. The final minute of the first half. Fitting always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. As we get this to about the 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. This one incomplete. The pressure got to it as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
All the great coaches in football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. He's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Jonesy.
This play sequence is very incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10. Probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, with a minute 2 on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
Third down from the den, McCarthy. Incomplete. 4 touchdowns here on the clock.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dive defense. Like it in the field with extra defensive backs. Speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is brought in at the 21. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. No nifty juke here.
That makes fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And we'll get to the 29-yard line right down there.
Okay, ready?
Offense at the line, set to get going.
Ready, red, set, huh?
Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. Flash out of the locker room. They hit him with a gain of over 20. I thought we were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it?
shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Ready?
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one?
On the double.
Nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy. They continue to rip off plays like this.
Short game here, maybe a yard there, 20.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had a little crash in the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Let's go now. Set.
Young to throw it. To the left side, he falls to throw. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, they obviously read man coverage there, probably, Barrett. He got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then it curls back inside for the completion.
Come on. Ready.
Thrower, Young. Over the middle, he's got to slot. Well, the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go to the defenders or not, and he does exactly that. That's a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. He's into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Bryce Young with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now dominant on the year. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 4th quarter, drive right down the field to extend their lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. To about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They make their 2nd half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do have just one in the other time. Those guys just looked in each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done. And come out a little bit more charged up because they don't get some kind of points here. That next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On play action, McCarthy. He's going to air one out. Incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jahad Campbell. Now they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Yeah, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
Okay, right?
Nice read on your part, and sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Second and 5.
Got it. What's up?
Now a toss. Hubbard going left. So close. He gets it to the run. last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. After the toss, well executed there to find the space and then eventually get out of bounds after a good game.
And for the toss play to be that successful, you've got to control the edge. And oftentimes, if you've got a tight end,
Rushing touchdown. The sneak successful for the yard out. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And this kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Looking to put a drive together. McCarthy operating from the gun. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far.
Just like they mentioned, but somehow Buckeyes is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing to try with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. 4 yards the game, and it'll bring up the 3rd down.
Honestly, another pitching cash there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing into right as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defenders, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ready?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Play fake. Nick Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Ravens touchdown. Isaac to slow. 73 yards. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out and then punted the football.
They never get stopped so suddenly during the series, but it would be even worse now as they can happen again right here. They got to get going.
Well, no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready? 6.
To the air with McCarthy. And drops it incomplete. The struggles continue. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw. As he releases it, and throw incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at it that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, Time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another point down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time that really scored a touchdown.
Confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Running money up to a whole nother level. From low, no better. When I got richer, these better. Oh, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6.
Down. Blue, 32.
They got play action. Young. From across his body, and it's intercepted. He's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around neutral territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Short going to be taken in here by Schultz. He's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
I feel really good like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Genty with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And cut the lead back down to 21. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Green Jack.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2 minutes.
It's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards.
And they've been doing right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Ready.
Straight ahead with Hardy. Jermaine Johnson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, ready.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Young is set to throw. For the completion. And they get it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know. Maybe keep throwing.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They're throwing it so well.
It's caught for the Ravens touchdown. Dawson Knox from 8 yards out. And the Ravens up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's taken out. It's Keon Coleman. And he's taken down with it now before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got Bernier on it for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And we go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there. First down screen play.
He's had success running the front line. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. I bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
2nd and 3. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a flat shot of downs.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, for everyone really involved, probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
McCarthy going to throw again. A quick throw there, going to be batting away and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops that can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
19, Tiger.
McCarthy. It's Douglas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Take over.
Now a hand off to Canty. And they get to him quickly as he stops up around the 13.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It's 4 yards. It's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12. Now McCarthy. Intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. The Ravens are going to take possession as they get it at the 42-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Taken down before it gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Ready?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set, hut. Here we go.
Here is tick.
Black 40.
Tick.
Set.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Come on, set. Black 95. Hut, hut.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee.
On the ball. On the ball.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like open. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah.
Just spin, make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so let's take, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta compare. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.
I need to know, your location. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run.